The 42-23 loss to the third-ranked South Dakota State Jackrabbits could have been much different if Indiana State didn't stub its toe multiple times with 3 lost fumbles in the first 19 minutes of play. Costly mistakes burned the Sycamores a week ago, and for Indiana State to bounce back this week on the road, limiting those costly mistakes will be number one.
You know, that's what we focus on. You come out the first play of the game and fumble it and give it to them in the red zone. Obviously not looking to do that, and then having 2 more fumbles within the first 16 plays, obviously not what you're looking for. So didn't do that, and that's been our focus. So that's something that's got to continue to improve. We come together and we look at it and just say, you know, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? And when you give the other team the ball, you know, it's not going to be positive for you as a football team. So the guys definitely understand the importance of it all, and especially early on in a game, but at any point in a game. You know, I know you know, you're bringing up points of how many times we turned over the ball last year. It's 6 on the year, where we got 4 in a game. So obviously not even close to acceptable, and we've got to make sure that changes, and we've got to put a major focus on that going forward. But it's going to be a focus every game for us.
Sycamores were without the Missouri Valley Football Conference Defensive Player of the Week Clayton Glasgow a week ago, which opened the door for guys like David Whittemore and Davion Higgs, both who are ready for the challenge.
Same way as the unit. I mean, they didn't flinch. They, you know, as soon as David knew he was going to get the start about the middle of the week, and you know, he had a great week of preparation, and you know, trusted his work, and you know, was confident in the week that he had. And Davion's been a guy that's been ready, you know, and for the last couple of years now, and you know, has had some players in front of him that you know, Davion hasn't played as much. He's had a tremendous role on special teams and done a great job for Coach Abrams, which we always say that's the first way to get on the field, especially at the linebacker position. You know, you've got to be a guy that we can count on teams, and Davion come in, and he's the same way. He's cool, calm, collective, and came in and made some plays, and we're excited about Davion moving forward. I think both of those guys have tremendous futures here. It's just what they have to understand, though. The future is now. The future is not next year for them. The future is right now, this week.
8 sacks allowed by Indiana State last week was the most Indiana State has allowed in a single game since 1998. Illinois State ranked second in the nation with 33 sacks, having 2 different games of recording 9 sacks. Sycamores will need better protection to have a chance on Saturday.
You've got 2 in the first half, both of which were just one-on-one matchups getting beat, and then you know, I'm not going to say all 8 were on the offensive line throughout the entire game, you know, but it's definitely coming together and playing all 11 once again. You know, whether it's a read getting it out or whether it's a back, but still up front, there's way too many breakdowns of one-on-one matchups. In terms of scheme, they got us on one with an empty protection, but we've got an answer in the flat as well. So it comes down to the offensive line playing up to the competition. And, you know, they have a great defensive front and play a lot of guys and cycle them through there. But, you know, we can't allow a one-on-one matchup to consistently give up a sack, especially 6 in that second half.
Redbirds are led by senior tailback James Robinson, one of the best running backs in all of college football. 13 100-yard games in his career. None against Indiana State, averaging only 3.3 yards per carry in 3 games against Indiana State. It won't be easy to hold Robinson from getting that 14th career game over 100 yards.
Multiple guys to the ball. You rarely see one guy bring him down. I mean, you know, I've seen him throw D linemen to the ground. I've seen him throw linebackers to the ground. I mean, he's an extremely physical, low center of gravity, tremendous balance, great feet, very powerful lower body, very powerful upper. I mean, he's a complete package, and he runs extremely hard behind his pads. And when he gets his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, you know, he's a load. And I think that, but that's the key, as it is with any great back like this, is that you've got to get multiple guys to the ball, which means you've got to do it. You've got to beat blocks and get there, because you know, with the way that you know, they're going to run it between the tackles, they're going to run it to the edge, they're going to, you know, so that's what it comes down to, is all 11 on the field have to have a supreme desire and commitment to do their job, beat a block, and then you know, understand where their help is and go corral them and then ultimately get them to the ground.
For more on Indiana State and Illinois State tomorrow, stay right here at GoSycamores.com.